By the early 1990s, Ghost had become exactly what the streets of Lagos trained him to be. Silent. Efficient. Feared. He moved through the city like a shadow, knowing which roads to avoid, which faces to remember, and which rules never to break. Hunger no longer controlled him. Fear no longer slowed him down. But the streets had not taught him how to live. They had only taught him how to survive. One afternoon, something unusual caught Ghost's attention. On a crumbling concrete wall deep inside Iron Dog's territory, color appeared where there had only been dust and decay. Not graffiti. Not gun markings. A painting. A young woman stood there, brush in hand, lost in her work. She was simple clothes stained with paint, her hair pulled back, her focus unbroken by the danger around her. This was not a place for art. The gang noticed too. Orders came quickly and without emotion. She was not paying respect. She was not afraid. She had to be dealt with. Ghost approached her as the sun began to sink behind the buildings. His footsteps were quiet, but she heard him anyway. She turned and looked at him. Not with fear. Not with anger. With curiosity. It unsettled him. He told her she shouldn't be there. His voice was low, practiced, empty of feeling. She smiled slightly and asked him a question no one had ever asked before. "What do you see when you look at this wall?" Ghost didn't answer. Because no one had ever asked him what he saw, only what he could take. Another gang member arrived. Louder. Rougher. Impatient. He reached for her. And Ghost moved. Instinct took over before thought. He stepped between them, pushing the other boy back. For a moment, the world froze. Ghost had crossed the line. The girl stared at him, shocked but unharmed. The other gang member backed off, confused, angry, but unwilling to challenge him. That night, Ghost walked away shaken. He didn't understand what he had done. Only that something inside him had refused to stay quiet. Over the next few days, he returned to the wall. Not to threaten her. Not to watch her. To stand there. She spoke to him as if he were human. Not a street boy. Not a criminal. She told him her name was Maya. She talked about colors, about stories, about how walls remembered pain and could also remember hope. One evening, she placed a paintbrush in his hand. Ghost didn't know how to hold it.